quick tonight because I'm itching to get back to this shark. But while I'm here, hello everyone, my name is Kevin. I go by KGart82 on Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find my VODs on YouTube and content of what I've been working on my Instagram. I am a toy sculptor, 3D modeler, have been for the past 20 years. Been working for Mattel, Hasbro, Diamond Select, may they rest in peace. And yeah, just having a fun doing 3D modeling, and now I'm on Twitch, trying to share my knowledge with you and having fun doing some projects for myself. So let's get going. Yay. How are you doing tonight, Six? Did you have a good day? I hope so. I'm a big shark boy, even though he's a little guy. Can you hear me okay? Are you lurking? Or did you already go away? Tonight we're going to continue to nail down Mr. Jeff the Land Shark. We started last week just roughing him in, getting him to this point. So he's pretty close, but now I'm going to try to nail down some of the finer details, kind of get his face a little bit closer. Clearly his proportions from the front, his features aren't quite in the right spot. So I'm going to try to nail that down, get that all closer. Then I'm going to work on his collar, work on his feetsies a little bit, because it kind of looks like he's got a little bit of claws or folds going on. Not actually claws, but they kind of have that toe effect. And then I'm going to open up his mouth and start working on the interior, because the pose we're going for is this right here. So that's going to be the goal, is to get him looking cute like that. But yeah, thank you for viewing. And here we go. So it looks like he kind of has a little bit of a walleye. Just his eyes are a little bit farther apart than what I have him right now. So I just want to move them out just a little bit. And once I move them out, then I'll move the sockets. Pretty close to the edge of his skull there from the front. And then his snoot comes in a lot more than I thought. And all these colors here, this is the grouping that I have. So it's easier to kind of highlight different features. Hey, what's up? Thank you, thank you. Good to see you, Zach. How's your Saturday so far, man? Appreciate you coming in. It's nice to see you. Hope that you and the lady got to do something fun today. right now I'm just trying to get a little bit of these features nailed down before I start messing with the expression. Let's see. We haven't yet. We'll soon go ahead to the movies shortly. Just stopping in for a bit. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. What are you guys gonna go see? Family and I went and saw Hoppers last night, and that was a lot of fun. So if you guys aren't gonna see that tonight, which I wouldn't be surprised, I do recommend checking that out when you get a chance. Because yeah, Hoppers was a lot of fun. Very unexpected. Let's see. We aren't going to go see that, but I'm sure we will watch it eventually. Cool. What are you seeing? Ready or Not 2. Yeah, I want to see that too. We really liked I liked the first one. I don't think my wife saw the first one. I don't think we were able to get to the theaters when that was out, so I think I watched it on my own on streaming eventually, but it looks a lot of fun. The cast looks stellar. A lot of heavy hitters in this one now that it's like established. People must have been kind of clamoring to be part of the project, or they got a bigger budget so they can hire more people, cast bigger names. I think what's actually happening here, let's see. He's got a little bit of the tip of the from the reference, the lower one kind of goes up. But in the main pose that I'm doing, that flattens out anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I actually might flatten that out now. Just feel like tonight's going to be a slow night, so it's going to be really interesting. But we're getting there. I'm just going to fine tune his facial features just a little bit, and then I'm going to start working on some of the other fun bits like his collar. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this particular project, I'm working on Jeff the Shark, is because taking a little bit of a break from another project that I'm working on. If you haven't been here before, I'll show you in a little bit. So this is what I've been working on for several months. She's getting there. Hey, what's up, Wedge? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. Shout out to Wedge. Also shout out to Zach. See if I can do it back to back since it's a different person. Now I gotta wait a couple minutes. I think he already took off because he had to go to a movie tonight. Oh, is it still there? But yeah, happy to have you in here, man. I was just showing off a little bit of the free run progress. I got all the detail stuff kind of in the spires now. Then I'm going to work on the flower placement. I want to get some grass texture in the green part there too. So I might make the flowers a little bit more sparse on the grass and have them as I have them go up. I also want to do a little bit more like magical kind of swoops coming off, but I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet or what I'm going to do for that yet. But yeah, so making progress on all the stuff. And working on Jeff the Shark. So let's see, now I think I'm going to start working on Mr. Dude's collar. Also, it looks like he's got a little bit more of triangled shape there. Okay, so work on the collar. I think I'm just going to draw it on. Hey! Hi! Depressed Pepe, thanks for the follow. Good to see you. I'm here and I am a Pepe. Thanks for the first time chat. Glad to have you in. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just working on Jeff the Shark. Let's see, are you using Blender? No, I'm using ZBrush. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Carrie? Good to see you. Miss you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. But yes, I'm using ZBrush. There are some similarities to Blender, but what's interesting about ZBrush, a lot of people haven't heard about it, but it is an industry staple. At least it has been for quite a while. And you've probably seen it in some like behind the scenes visual effects stuff for video games, television shows, all kinds of stuff. I assume that it's for a resin printer. Yes, I will be printing all this stuff. So for Freerun, I'll be printing I've only been, why is it doing another set of ads? Did I accidentally start ads? No. That's weird. All right, well, we'll do another round of ads, I guess. Let's see. I didn't have any ads on my end. No, it's showing me that there's an ad break coming in about 5 minutes. A little bit less than that. But usually it does one in the first like 15 minutes. And then it doesn't do another one for like an hour. So I don't know why it's doing another one. And I thought it already did the first ad break, but maybe I accidentally snoozed it or something. But that's okay. But yeah, what I've been working on for the past like number of months is this last right here. And my plan is to print this whole thing. I got her simulating kind of floating there. still have some more stuff engineering wise to do, and that's what I'm gonna, once I get back to her, it's gonna be all the engineering stuff. But I wanted to take a little bit of a break and do the finishing of the base on the back end, because that's a little tedious, and I wanted to do something fun for stream. So for at least a bit, I'm going to be working on this guy, Jeff the Shark, because I think he's cute, and a lot of people think he is fun and interesting, and people play Marvel Rivals. So there we go. Let's see. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. I am brewing a deck right now for a second monitor. Oh, I'm going to play Eternauts. Oh, cool. I sadly uninstalled Rivals. Well, that's okay. I've never played Marvel Rivals. I've only watched people play. And it's funny because I just don't get it, but I just happen to stumble into like a group of streamers that plays Rivals, and so I got to see them play it a little bit, and then they kind of stopped playing. But I know a lot of them like Mr. Jeff the Shark, and I do too, before I started watching them play. But there are a few of them that really like Jeff the Shark, and so I got to see a lot of Jeff the Shark content, and it made me go, oh yeah, he's a fun guy to do. And also he's pretty simple, so I felt like I could do get him done in not too many streams. Also, Wedge, are you still there? I have been talking to my buddy Wedge, and I think he's keen on the idea from our conversations, but I'm not gonna like confirm anything. But we are thinking of doing a fun paint together stream, because he is a painter. He paints minis, mainly Warhammer stuff, and it's all very fun. I catch his streams all the time. He's got to support the homies, and he's also fun to watch as a streamer, so check him out if you get a chance. I shouted him out a little bit earlier. Let's see. Jeff's cute and a legend. Let's see. The guy from HR, as I called him, is... yeah. Let's see. No, it's funny you say that, because Wedge Antilles is a bit part of the namesake. But no, not the Wedge Antilles. 15-second ad break. And you're back. Wow. See, it's funny, on my end, it says ads start in 30 seconds, which is very funny to me. So it says the ads start in 30 seconds, but you've already had your 15-second ad break, and it's going to say that people are in ads for 3 minutes after that. Yeah, Twitch is weird. Very weird, but I'm fine with it. All right, let's see. If I do this. So there's an interesting thing with ZBrush. I do not like it, Sam I am, where this stuff is supposed to connect here, and I'm supposed to create some new geometry, but it won't consistently seam these parts. And it does that business. I can link them together, it's not a big deal, but it should bring those together no problem, and I don't know why. So I guess it is what it is. So I'm gonna make this, so I've drawn this collar around, it's not like perfect, but I'm going to split this unmasked collar I'm going to repair this stuff. I'm going to do it the easy way, I think. I'm going to delete poly loop. There we go. My dog's scratching somewhere. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Art? Art of Kills. Good to see you, man. Oh, that's another homie. Oh, and Pleb's here. Hey, what's up, Pleb? Good to see you. Let's see. I want to well, let's see. Since you're here right now. Shout. Yeah, he also streams. Someone said horror. Kind of. Oh, you're writing right now, Pleb? That's cool. Are you writing more Warhammer lore stuff, or are you doing something else? And yes, someone did say horror not too long ago. Someone's going to see Ready or Not 2. My buddy. Oh, no, just sci-fi? Okay, cool. Buddy Zach, he's going to go to see Ready or Not 2 tonight. And I'm curious. I really enjoyed the first one. It was fun. One, I like, games and stuff, board games and video games as well. But I'm a big board game guy. So I'm excited to see, even though they don't go that game route, even though they talk about that a little bit in the first film. And I doubt they're going to go that route in this second film because it's all about the action. But I do like that that's part of the lore. Let's see. Oh, yeah. My favorite band is doing a song for that movie. Oh, that's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I really liked the first one a lot. Okay, so we got the collar mainly in place, but I think it goes back more. Let me do some resymmetry. So I didn't have symmetry on when I moved this side, so you can see it's not even. So I'm going to have to go to deformation. There's all kinds of crazy menus in ZBrush. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Smart resim, and now it's all even. And now I put symmetry back on, and I can work on it evenly. All right. It said ad breaking progress, and then it went away immediately. So yeah, ads are there's something really weird going on with the ads right now. So if you see ads, good luck. Let's see, back like a snack. All right. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I'm excited to hear a little bit about the homebrew. And once the ad break is actually over, or whenever you can hear me, Pleb, I'm going to ask you more about that. You don't have ads. Okay, good. So yeah, if anything you want to share about your homebrew, I'm very curious. I will say I love D&D. I haven't played it in years. I tried to GM a game of Avatar Legends, but that fell apart, and I've been itching to play with folks. I would love to get an in-person game going, but I just don't have it's homebrew paladin oath. Oh, fun. But yeah, I love D&D. I need to get back into it like in a meaningful way where I get to play. My kid would love to learn how to play, and I think that would be a great way for me to kind of like get my feet wet again. But he wants a homebrew like Minecraft game with some of his buddies. So I need to figure out how to do that, because I know it'll take a bit to kind of reskin, but I might just do some traditional one-shot stuff with him and his friends first, just so they can learn the rules, and so I can get familiar with the rules again as well, and yeah, not make it too hard on myself. And then once I kind of get used to it again, then go the route of like the reskin. Let's see, I could help you with Minecraft homebrew. Or I would appreciate that a lot. I don't know when I will get around to that, but I will definitely reach out to you and tap your brain, because I do have actually a similar game to Avatar that is a zombie game, and it might lend better to Minecraft than D&D, but if the boys want to play D&D, then that's what it is, you know. Let's see. I love 5e, and I have DM'd in the past, but I have a terrible session 0 recently with some IRL friends. But I love 5e, and it's new to 2024. D&D is bad in my yeah, I know a lot of people that are like kind of in that same boat. See, I can tell you my email and message. Yeah, you can whisper it to me. Oh, RE9 is so good. Yeah, whisper me your email address, pleb, and then that'll just be good to get in communication anyway, because I know you were asking about like commission stuff before, and so then you'll have my email, and then when I'm like available, then we can figure that out. And also that'll be a good way for you to like kind of like send me kind of what you're working on too, so I can have an idea of what the amount of time the project that you're kind of interested in would take. Okay, yeah, he's looking good. I'm gonna broaden his shoulders a little bit. Just a little. Yeah, you know what? I've really been liking what I've seen from RE9, because I feel like it's like the best of all the different worlds. I like how they have kind of like this 2 different game styles right now, where they have the kind of over the shoulder refined version of RE, you know, based off of 4, and I like the first person RE that they're kind of jumping back and forth between. And it's really interesting how, you know, we had RE7 and 8 were that first person view, and then RE9 we went back into that over the shoulder look, even though the only time we've had the over the shoulder is before 7 and in the remasters. So it's interesting that the next installment went back to that kind of style. But it's cool though. I like that they're, you know, jumping between. Hey, 3 stream streak. Yeah. How you doing tonight, Wedge? Not gonna lie, I was having a low key nap. I noticed you were quiet, so I'm not surprised, and that's okay, man. Not bad at all. I shouted you out, I shouted out Art, and now I'm gonna shout out Zach. I know he's not here, but he was here for a little bit, and we got to talk. And that was good. Did you stream? You didn't stream today, did you, Wedge? All right, there we go. So if you get a chance, for those of you that are watching, follow Wedge. Awesome guy. He paints minis. He has shrimps that are awesome. He plays Hearthstone. Awesome guy. Chill vibes. Really enjoy his streams. Follow Zach. He's a Fortnite streamer. He plays lots and lots of stuff. Yaha. You're awesome. Chill vibes. I mean, yeah, follow me too. If you're here and you haven't followed me yet, that would be cool. I'd appreciate the follow. I already got one follow tonight, so that's really awesome. I appreciate that. So thanks, Depressed Pepe. And if you're still in here, I'm glad you're here too. And so that's what's that. And then Art, he has been streaming DVD a lot recently. Yay, there you are. And what else have you been streaming? Are you streaming RE stuff right now too, Art? I don't remember what I was watching you stream before, because you were streaming something else before I saw you doing Dead by Daylight stuff. Okay, now I'm going to work on his little charm. So what I like to do with charms and stuff is I like to get a flat plane. And I like to build it again with this topology brush. I like the topology brush a lot. It's a great way to get like interesting organic shapes real quick. There we go. See how that's connected? That's how the other one was supposed to be. All right, we're going to refine the shape just a little bit because it is more of an oval shape. Excuse me. First, we're going to separate this. Let's see. Lay on third person. Sorry, I'm going to go back and read your message because I didn't read it before. Art. Let's see. Lay on third person because he is a badass and it's more action than survival horror. And Grace being survival because she's not used to being wait, is Grace is the first person. I thought I saw some third person stuff for Grace. So she is, that's right. For whatever, I think I'm just thinking of the cutscenes, but yeah, that is cool. I didn't, my brain didn't connect the dichotomy there that this game is doing both, and that's so cool. I love how they're doing all that stuff. Let's see, I want to, but I'd have to upgrade my Xbox at least before I eventually get a PC. I eventually want to practice more artistic stuff. Oh yeah. I mean, I've been watching you practice and post stuff on Sessa's Discord, so definitely it would be cool to see you do some art streams too. Eventually music and mask making. Yeah, I think your mask stuff is cool, and that's unique. I think a lot of people would like that. Let's see, but yeah, the Paladin Oath is the Oath of Motherhood. Name to be determined. Oh, cool. Let's see, whoops. I held down the key. That's funny, dude. Cool, yeah. I hope that homebrew goes well for you and that everyone enjoys it. I'm sure they will. You seem very, very creative and very detail-oriented pleb from the little time I've gotten to get to know you. So that's really exciting. Let's see. You can switch to third person for Grace as well. Well, that's really cool, man. I do like that, you know, Capcom is doing their thing. Let's see. What did you, man, Wedge? It's late. You're not speaking my language, man. Translate, please, because I can't think. Let's see, split unmasked. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's, oh, it is. Yes, it's that band. Oh man. So, yeah. Wedge is obsessed with this band, and they're very interesting. I think their music is great, but it's just they're so odd, and they're getting really popular, and I don't think they're ready for the popularity that they are receiving, which is fair because it's weird. They are weird, and their popularity out of nowhere is weird, and I don't blame them for being weirded out by it. I've only really seen the one performance, so I need to look at more stuff. I think you posted another one too, and I haven't watched that one yet. See, the next time I start making a hockey mask, I'm going to be using varnish for the first time with creating cracks with an X-Acto knife by hand. Oh, that's cool, dude. Okay, so now I've kind of got that rough shape in there. So even though this is at an angle, this is going to help me a lot. Okay, so I'll move this at a bit of an angle too. I'm also going to move this in because what I plan on doing is I'm going to make that ridge. So basically I'm going to just make the inner part of the collar. So I'll get these shapes in the right spot. And then I'm going to do some fun magic to get the inner part of the collar going. Let's see. I think you missed it. So just throwing it back in here. My bracket style, eliminating the characters. Oh, redeeming the hydrate. Oh, so many hydrates. Okay, I will. Let's see. I would want you to commission when you're open. Oh no, you're making all the. Now I gotta scroll. Okay. Here, I'm hydrating. Done. I hydrated. I did it. I drank. Okay, I think you missed it. I kind of did see it, but let me read this again. Let's see. And bracket style, eliminating characters. I would want you to commission for when you are open. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what it is that you finally decide on. Let's see, art. The type of varnish that I'm going to be using is expensive. That's how the masks in Friday the 13th, part 3 and 4 were made, using clear masks, then painting them over white and using varnish to weather. Oh, that's very interesting. Very interesting, yes. And even though I finally did drink, there, 2 drinks. I'm not going to drink that much because that would deplete all of my water, and I don't really want to go and get another refill. It usually does last me the whole stream. Maybe I'll have to take a second. I might need to do a be right back scene at some point so that way I can go get refills. If Pleb is going to keep coming in here and making me deplete all of my water, which is not a bad thing. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hydrates very much. All right, so let's get this. All kind of in its right spot. round this off a little bit more. And then, okay, so this is when we're going to do the fun magic. So it's got this ridge around. I'm going to extrude the poly loop around. Oh, it did that stupid thing. It did, didn't it? Okay, I'm going to do a fun fix. All right, I need to delete this inner geometry. All right, and now I need to weld these points. Weld points. So hopefully, yes, that fixed the problem. All right, now I can flip back to the outside and hopefully I can extrude again. Extrude, bloop. All right. So yeah, there's that thickness there. And then I think what I'm gonna do, I think it's about right here. So I'm only gonna do this on one side. There we go. So there's that part right there. Let's see. The current battle I'm deciding on is either Papsamin or Poco Loco from SBR. But that is not the final choice. All right, that's cool. I like how you're doing a bracket system. That's very fun to kind of decide what you want. Let's see. I might also have pretty much any encyclopedia. Are you saying that you are pretty much an encyclopedia for Friday the 13th art? Because I don't doubt it. I know this. I absolutely know this. You are also someone who I haven't known for a great amount of time, but there are definitely clear things that I know about you, and I love it. I love that you're a horror junkie. I love that you love Friday the 13th. It's awesome. You're not even halfway through. Let's see. For reference on how big the bracket is, I've already gone through 103 different characters. Man, that's a lot. I hope you're having fun with the bracket. I did finally get like the list of all the things that I need to do for Odious, which I'm almost done with the wolf head here. One of two werewolf heads. So yeah, this is pretty much done. Like I just need to do a little bit more of the refining fur details. I want to put a little bit of a texture on the nose, and then I got to key everything together because the lower jaw is going to be a separate part, and the tongue is going to be a separate part, and then the head, this whole thing is going to be separate. This is all just like manufacturing kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I like how this turned out. It's pretty good. Pretty fun. I just need to finish the last bits, and then I have a whole list of more heads and accessories for the Odious figure, which is awesome. Thanks for the Venom Kermit wedge. I appreciate it. All right, so yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make that chip. I'm going to do an inset again, and this will be really fun. So I'm going to do an inset here, And I'm going to kind of bring these points in. On the front and the back. And then I'm going to use something called Q mesh. And what's cool is this eliminates chunks of a mesh using the polygons, and then it creates like the new walled geometry there. So it can be used to extrude or eliminate parts of the geometry. And I love the Z Modeler tool and how you can kind of create very unusual shapes on the fly. All right, and now with the text, I think I'll have fun with that too. So what I'm gonna do, oh, what'd you say, Art? Let's see. Like so much. So I know that the general store name for Friday the 13th Part 6 is Karloff's General Store, as a reference to the actor who played Frankenstein. Yeah. Also how Jason gets resurrected in the movie with lightning. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That was very clever on their part to add that bit of an homage, considering the similarities there too. All right, so I'm going to go back to this bit. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to subdivide this thing right here, and then I'm going to actually use the masking tool. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to use the masking tool. I'm going to paint this on and then do some masking. I'm going to make this way easier on myself. All right, so I'm going to use the standard brush and I'm going to turn it into a paintbrush. And I'm going to enlarge Jeff's tag again. And go in here. I'm going to paint on Jeff. Yay. All right. Now let's see. Gonna mask by color using poly paint. There we go. And it's cool. Now I can just go in and kind of like touch up areas. They kind of look funky. And again, thank you all for jumping in and hanging out and chatting. I really appreciate it. These last couple streams have been really fun for me. Not just because it's Jeff, but because of all of you. The new faces, you know, people that I've met in Discord and other streams and have hopped on over to support and keep company. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Sorry, no, man, don't even worry about it. I appreciate that you give whatever time you can give. You don't need to be consistent. If you are, that's great, because that means I get to know you better. But yeah, whoa, what's up? Hey, how's it going, Doom? Happy Saturday back at you. Appreciate you being here. Haven't seen you in a bit. As soon as I get done with this little bit. I don't think you were here last stream. Were you here last stream? I always forget from like week to week now who's been here, because it's all kind of starting to blur together for me, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. but it is just, it's nice to have kind of like a familiar group of folks that comes through. I appreciate it. I know you all are busy and it's a Saturday night, so the fact that you choose to spend some of your weekend with me means a lot. It really does. So thank you so much for all of you that lurk or are super active, or those of you on the outskirts that are just kind of like passing through. Thank you so much. It's awesome. Hey, what's up, Josh? Let's see. Don't choose. I'm contractually obligated. That's true. You definitely are, for sure. And so I don't know if you heard me talking a little bit about odious stuff. I finally got all the art and things from Wade, Jeff. So that means I'm going to start cracking on that, which that means that other things open up. As far as schedule wise. So I know I've been talking to more folks because people are interested in commission stuff, pleb being one, but you and I, Josh, have been talking about a lot of stuff for a long time. So trust me, we're going to start getting to that stuff very soon as I can get all of Wade's stuff nailed down. He wants it all done by the end of April, and I think I can do that. I'm hoping I can get to it all sooner than the end of April, because I know you've been very patient. So yeah, so thank you everybody who comes through. I appreciate all of you. Gonna stream any of it? That's a good question. I just might, but I'll double check with him first. I don't know how much of it I would like to stream. I might do maybe a night of like roughing stuff in, like an accessories night, just to kind of like get things out of the way and then get started on that stuff. But I don't know, because I'm going to be doing a lot of it off stream, because there's a lot to do, plenty of time to do it, but I only have so much time in a stream. Plus I'm doing a lot of chatting, so it really slows everything down. So I don't know if I want to do this stuff on stream. I might, when I'm maybe like the end of April, I might do like a wrap up of things on stream. If Wade is cool with it. I'm sure he will be, but I always want to ask before I assume, because it's his stuff. All right, now that I have this all in, oh, I'm glad I turned off the paint so I can see all the little holes. I'm going to turn this masked text into geometry using something called extract. I'm going to drop the thickness down. Extract. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to bring the thickness up. Not up too high, though. Higher. There we go. Accept. All right. So there we go. We got Jeff. So what's going to happen is I'm going to line this up. Yeah, hard to hit a flow state with the chat in your eye. Yeah, you know, it's not that bad, but with something that's like a time crunch, I don't want to be distracted too much, you know? See, that's very cool to hear. Awesome to hear you're making moves. Yeah, no, it's been a good time. I'm enjoying getting to do more independent stuff. I'm enjoying getting to do more for me. And doing this has gotten more inquiries from people to work with me, and I like that. But it is still a tough juggle and balance because I still have my 9-to-5 studio job, and that takes up a lot of time, and I don't want to, one, overextend myself, and two, I don't want to commit to things for people and let them down. So I'm trying to find, that balance, because I'd love to work with people and help them, get the art that they've wanted for so long. And I really, it's humbling, and I appreciate people wanting to work with me, because all I want to do is make cool shit with cool people, That is my ultimate goal. Increase all. So the more opportunities I get to do that, the better. But I still am in this, state of being where I am not an independent contractor at this point. Completely. Like, I do my own stuff, but I still have this job that is really cool. There we go. All right. Oh. So yeah, so I made that text, and there's an inlay. And there we go. It's pretty close. All right, I'm going to save this tag separately. Jeff tag. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of make a stand-in version of it to bring into the other file. So let's go back to our Shark Boy. Where are you, Shark Boy? There you are. And then we'll insert tag. It's going to be a little bit big, so we will size it. Look at that big tag. All right, let's get our reference back down so we can get a look roughly at the size. Yeah, so roughly like that. And then what's also cool is got to do the edge loop on the inside too. There we go. All right, so now we got a little notch in there for that part of the collar. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's see. If this is a bit too personal, that's cool, but is your industry hourly work or salary work? Salary can get taken advantage of in crunch time, or all the time in my case. It's funny that you say that. I currently am hourly. I was salary for a bit, and luckily enough, I never felt taken advantage of, because we still worked very much on an hourly basis, and we didn't, at the time, really need to do overtime. Overtime kind of comes at a case-by-case basis, And even now that I'm hourly, there's only been a few times where I've had to go into overtime. Sorry. I got a little moisture on my desk right where I rest my arm, kind of, so I'm gonna wipe that down real quick. But yeah, no, it's not too personal at all. I am an hourly employee. Kind of wish I was salary a bit, but you know, it is what it is. There's pros and cons. It is what it is, and I'm liking it. I've been there for over 10 years. I think 11 years at this point. But yeah, so that's where I am with that. All right, so Jeff's looking pretty good at this point. I don't think there's any other details per se other than the interior of the mouth. Hey, what's up, Jay? How's it going? First time chat. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. How's your night going? How's your Saturday going? We're just working on a little Jeffy the land shark. We've got his tag going, we've got his collar going. We did a little bit of a refinement on his face to get it closer to the model. Now I think I'm gonna open up his jaw and start working. Let's see. Yo, finally got to see one of your streams. Yeah, I know, that's really exciting. No, I appreciate it. It's been a good couple of weeks for sure. Let's see. My night is good. Off of work. Yeah, that's cool. It's always good to be off. Let's see. So is this Jeff for commission or just having fun? This is just having fun. So I've said this a few times tonight, but it's cool because we got people trickling in, so I don't mind going over it. As a lot of you know, I've been working on Freerin. Here she is in her current state. The base is very close to getting done. I finished up the main kind of spire details last week, and I have a few more extra little details that I want to put around the spires, kind of magic coming off of them. And then I also want to work more on the flowers, kind of spread them out a little bit more, have less collision, and also have more flowers kind of working up those spires, so it feels like, you know, the magic is working with and creating them. And then once I have all that done, then I'm going to start streaming her again to do the engineering part to prepare for print. So I have to break her up into parts, do the keys, do the print setup, and then after that I might take another little break from her, do some more stream stuff with other characters, and then figure out how I'm going to do an IRL kind of print stream. So I might do kind of the finish up of her where I finish doing the supports and kind of setting all that stuff up, and then take her and put her on the printer. And then after that, I'll probably do another stream like the next day once she's all done printing. Or actually I might do, because it might take several prints. I'm not sure yet. I don't know how the build plates are going to go, but it might take a couple prints. So I'm at least going to do one stream IRL, probably, you know, through my phone or something, to show the cleanup process, because there's a lot of people that might not have seen that. So I thought that might be fun with her. And then after that, I don't know, I might do a stream putting her together, or I might just take pictures and post that and just keep doing, you know, the digital stuff. Let's see. So yeah, but Jeff is just kind of an in-between thing. I'll probably print him too, but he is a quicker character to kind of throw together, and I know a lot of people that like Jeff. I like Jeff a lot. He's really cute. So I just thought it would be a fun kind of like palette cleanser for everyone, for me, for you guys, that kind of thing. Let's see. Too hot to do my 3D pen work. Oh, really? It's been, I know, it's been so hot. That's definitely true. Like, it's been like in the mid upper 90s, and like I get into my car and it's all like, hey, it's 118 degrees right now, because the car initial readout was always like 10 or more degrees hotter. Well, that's almost 20 degrees hotter. So it eventually goes down once the AC gets going and they get moving. But yeah, it's been crazy. So much for winter, right, everyone? And then we got, everybody over on the East Coast, and even like, Middle America, getting blizzards and crazy snow and tornado warnings. So man, the weather has been crazy across the board lately. It's just insane. Speaking of insane, hi, more insane. Let's see. You should stream changing your FAF. That's about no. I know it's dripping with sarcasm, man. I hope to never change my FEP. If anything, if my FEP goes, I'm going to be buying probably 2 more vats just to have a backup. So far, I haven't had to change it. So far, since I only use the one resin, I just keep refilling that and kind of stir my resin around, and I'm very careful not to scratch as I stir. See, the pen itself is not as hot, but the wood burn that I use to smooth, okay, I got it. So it's because it's so hot that, is it basically like it's too hot, so when you're smoothing it doesn't smooth correctly, and you risk damaging the figure or whatever you're working on? That's my question. All right, what am I gonna do next? Okay, I said I was gonna open the mouth. Let's see, wait, have you never changed it? How long have you used? I don't do a lot of printing, so I haven't had to change my FEP. No, and the resin, I have cleaned it out a couple of times just to clean it out, and I should do it again. I'll probably do it again before this next round of printing, but I have used it where I've depleted it pretty much all the way down, and then I refill it. And yeah, so I mean, I'm not a super professional printer guy. I do it more as a hobby, so I'm not as up on it maybe as you are, and you are definitely using your printer a lot more. So I think you probably have more of a reason to clean it. Also, with you do change different types of resins more frequently. So there's that. Okay, what am I doing? Need to hide stuff. Here we go. Okay. Nope. There we go. All right, now I can almost. Haha. All right, now I can start to open up this mouth. As soon as I open up the mouth, I'm going to have to work on the interior because it's very much just like a wedge shape on the inside right now. Let's see. I'm going now. Have an amazing stream. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Pepe. It was awesome to see you. I appreciate you coming in. If you've already left, I'm sorry. But I'll see you on Discord. So, it's been really nice to get to know you. And I appreciate you coming through. Let's see. It's 80F, and the temperature of the wood burner tool is 380. Let's see. Need to melt. Apply filament for a quick glide. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just been really hot, and I'm sure this temperature change has been so drastic that it's just affecting everything. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. And if anything, with my 3D printing, if it's a little bit warmer, it just makes it a little bit better. Because I usually print at night, so it just means that it's going to be a better temperature in the evening. I've worried a couple times during the winter if it was going to be too cold, and I did kind of heat my garage. That's where I keep my printer. And yeah, it didn't really affect things as much as I thought it was going to. So yeah, I've lucked out. I haven't had to worry too much about weather and all that stuff with the printer. The hotter the wood burner tool is, the less pressure I feel on the wrist. Okay, so then what's the ideal then, you know? Because obviously you want to have like a nice smooth glide, but I could see there getting to be a point where it's like it feels like you don't have as much control, which you also don't want that. You want to have, maximum control when you're refining the surface of what you're working on. So I would assume that there's kind of a fine line there that you're going for. And with such a drastic temperature change, that's getting a little bit tougher. So dang cute. Yeah, I really love this little character. I guess because I was talking with some folks that he was in the comics first, because I wasn't quite sure, because he's fairly new, and obviously Rivals is, hasn't been around for like an incredibly long time. So I wasn't quite sure how different of a time between his like inception in comic form, how much time there was between that and him being in the game. Because I'm pretty sure Marvel's done that in the past, where there's been some times where, hey, hello again, Wedge. Thanks for popping through and reminding. I hope you're having a good evening. Maybe getting another nap. So you've been doing 3D pen for 2 years now. Oh, that's cool, man. Do you like it a lot? I've considered it. It looks really fun. but I just don't know if I have the time to get involved in like that hobby, because if anything I should be doing more like stuff like this. And I've been having a really tough time motivating myself, to be honest, to get some things done that I need to be getting done. So to add something else, I don't know, but it looks like a lot of fun, so I hope you've been really enjoying it. Have you posted any of your stuff anywhere that I would see? Because I would love to check it out. Especially if you've been doing it for 2 years. You've gotten some time behind you to make some cool stuff. Let's see, it's a good hobby to get into. I'd love to do 3D print, but I lack the computer logic. You know what? I don't think you do. It's one of those things where there's plenty of 3D software out there that is more artist friendly than anything. So if you have a computer that can run a good 3D package, but you don't have like the money to invest in something like ZBrush, the Blender is very good. Someone mentioned Blender. Pepe mentioned Blender earlier in the stream, and I've not messed with Blender too much, but I've definitely been watching what people have been creating and how they've been creating in it, and definitely for a freeware, it is really solid, and I highly recommend it. And there's plenty of tutorials on the YouTubes. And it feels kind of artist friendly. Like there's a learning curve like most softwares. Oh, I need to extrude, that's why. Let's see. So far only eNoodle Discord and Instagram. Actually, let me see, because I'm sure I saw some of it there. Art. Oh yeah, that's right. The ball, the Pokeball. Cool. Now, when did you do this Pokeball? Is this more recent, or was this a while ago? Yeah, that's fun. I need to show that to my kid because he's a big Pokemon guy. I used to be. I'm not. I don't play as much. Oh, ads are gonna start real soon. I'm glad I saw it. Ads start if they haven't already started for you. Please stick through, and we'll talk more once the ads are done. Let's see. So do you use filament or resin to me? I have a resin printer. It's a Elegoo Saturn 3. That is the printer that I have. I would love to get a resin printer. My friend just recently got a bamboo, like a really nice bamboo that does multicolor. So cool. I haven't found a good reason to justify that though yet, so maybe one day. All right, now he has 2 rows of teeth. He has a tongue, and he has some gums. He also has kind of a rolled inner lip. So I need to here are the ads. I'll pause on talking and I'll pause on doing stuff while the ads run. I know there's a few people in here that are subbed. So if you're still in here, Josh, hey. Thank you for being subbed and skipping ads. Doom, if you're still in here. Yeah, you are. Thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate it. See, I'm editing stuff. I'm still here. Cool. Are you editing video stuff, or are you editing some of your artwork or your masks? That's what I want to know. One fun thing that's been going on for me, I've been posting some of the progress for Jeff on Instagram, and I've been trying to find music to play with it. And there's this one song that's like supposed to be him singing, and I just have that song stuck in my head. I don't know the words to it, but I have the tune stuck, and it's just it's funny. Oh, did my mouse run out of power? Of course it did. I need to leave it plugged in. Let's see, album-ish style art. There's some projects I have rattling around in my brain. Cool. I remember you did show me some of that stuff. The one with the rose and the eyes. Is that what you're talking about? Are you working on that piece, or are you working on something else? Because that was really cool. I really dug that, man. Or is that a rose? I don't think that was necessarily a rose. Definitely was similar to. All right. Some of you have already probably been back, but now it tells me officially the ad break is over, so thanks for sticking through. I appreciate you. So the Pokeball you did, Jay, is from 2 years ago. So that's when you just started. That's pretty cool, dude. I'd love to see. You should post some of your more recent stuff in the Discord. That would be really cool to see, you know, how you've grown over the 2 years. Now that we've seen something from like early on. I know I'd like to see that, but that's just me being selfish. All right, we'll thicken this lip up a little bit, and then we'll create kind of a ridge on the inside. And then I'll figure out what I want to do as far as getting the gums laid in. Because that's going to be fun. And then I get to make a shark tooth also. Or shark. Well, yeah, one shark tooth that I'm going to turn into many teeth. I think what I'm going to do is do my insert edge loop elevation trick. There we go. All right. Guy's a little mouth going. And then the gums, I think I'm gonna do like, I'm gonna use clay tubes and make a tube that goes all the way across. Let's see, art. Let's see. That and a different one with the sun, that sunset. I took, oh yeah. Took that sunset you took a picture of. The flower in that picture is, oh, that's right, you did tell me that. I just forgot. That is a particular one is the idea for a song. I want to say everything. That idea is very personal. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. And it's cool. Like, I dug the lyrics that you shared with me. It's cool. And I can't wait to hopefully hear. I know it's personal, so I'm sure there's, you have intention of how, once you produce everything, how you want to distribute it, but I hope I get a chance to hear the final product. That would be really cool. So I want to be able to sing. I can scream, kind of. Let's see. You should do all unique teeth. Well, probably not. I'll probably do a few unique-ish teeth, but I will not do all unique teeth. Thanks for the suggestion, though, Josh. Hey, you know what? You know what you can do? You can open up your Jinx package, and you can send me pictures of that since I have to wait for mine. That would be really cool, Mr. telling me what to do. Now I'm going to tell you what to do. Go open the cool toy that you just got, and let me live vicariously through you as I wait for mine. How's that? How do you like to be told? All right, curved tubes. Let's see, can I do... No, I can't do that. All right, so I'm gonna do one. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Do like that. Why is it doing that? Oh, I gotta change. There we go. Cool. All right, I'm gonna split this. So I made these tubes. This is gonna become the gums. I'm gonna try to do this real quick. Split, unmasked, go down. Get rid of these. I'm gonna bridge this together. Bridge two holes. 1, 2. I'm gonna try to match it as much as possible. There we go. That's nice. Okay. Getting the gums kind of in place. And 2 rows of teeth got to sit in this, so I'm probably going to do a bit of like a ridge in the middle, but I'm also going to duplicate it, rotate it, use it for the top as well. And as always, if anybody out there has any questions about what I'm doing, if I'm going too fast, let me know. The fun part about modeling for me is I don't like to necessarily do things differently or the same all the time. I like to try to find new ways to accomplish things. Sometimes it's for efficiency, sometimes it's for just testing myself. Sometimes it's kind of boring to do the same thing. So I try to find new ways to do stuff. Let's see. What did Josh say? Has she mine has not shipped yet, Josh. No, it has not. And please tell me you looked at all of... I'm sure I have. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'll look later. But yeah, I did see a lot of photos. Actually, maybe I haven't seen their photos yet. Maybe I haven't. I know you're talking about it. And Wedge, since I see that you're back, I did kind of allude to what we were talking about earlier. And I don't know. Let's see. You've been here the whole time. Just watching mainly. Yeah, I know. I don't blame you, man. I have an EP too. Let's see. Dude, he did like 10 posts and they are unreal. I'll DM you his account. Thank you. I appreciate that because then I won't forget. I like the reminder. All right, so he does have more of a thumb, so I'm gonna bring these closer together because these are like the three that are together. The same with the back kind of claw because it doesn't really have a fin. But yeah, no, I very much appreciate that, Josh. And I will definitely look after stream and ooh and ah and be so excited for Jinx to arrive. I don't know, because again, I just pre-ordered her like maybe a week before we talked. Or no, maybe not, because I think I told you pretty quickly after I did. But I don't know when you got your shipping notice, so you knew that your shipping notice was coming, or that she was coming at that point. Think so, since I'm a recent pre-order, I got it like right when it went back up, and I'm actually surprised she's not sold out. I think a lot of people didn't realize that she has gone back out in pre-order. Maybe she's sold out now, but yeah. And for those of you that don't know what the heck me and Josh are talking about, if you are familiar with, maybe they did another run. Yeah, I don't know. Like, she sold out pretty quick. She might be sold out now, but she wasn't last I looked, which was like a day or so ago. No, yeah, no. It definitely wasn't like a canceled pre-order that I got. It was the next run. But what I'm talking about, what Josh and I are talking about, is Hot Toys figures, which I don't have any, though now I will. Split to parts. And actually the first Hot Toys figure that I bit the bullet on was the K-pop Demon Hunters Zoe figure, because I love that character and I love that movie. And then after I pre-ordered that, which that's not going to be available for like another, gosh, year and a half, which is fine. I don't need to be spending that much back to back. But then I saw the Jinx figure, and I love Jinx. She's a great character, great design. I'm not a League of Legends player, but I've been very familiar with the character for a long time. I always thought she was cool, but man, what they did with her in Arcane is amazing. Yeah, Hot Toys, they are not for the faint of heart. And I've said this to Josh and a number of people because one, I'm trying to just make sure I hold myself to it, and two, I mean, I really don't want a lot of Hot Toys figures. They're cool, but they're expensive. So I kind of decided to bite the bullet on a couple because they're characters that are important to me for various reasons. So yeah, Zoe was just really great character. My favorite of the movies. I like all the characters, but she's my fave for lots of reasons. And then Jinx, the figure just turned out so good. So good. And she happens to also be one of my favorite recent characters. Alright, he's getting there. Let's increase. Let's add some edge loops. Looking cuter and cuter, looking closer. Still has lots to go, but I think we'll have most things blocked in tonight. And then next stream, if anything, that might be quickly laying in teeth and starting to do the sculpting details. Or the sculptural details, not the sculpting details. That doesn't make sense, I don't think. But yeah, back on Hot Toys. Hot Toys, seen them forever. They're super expensive. Never had any desire to get one. And now I will have two within the next couple of years. And it's only because they are just really great characters that I'm super stoked about. Yo, back. Was lurking. Cool. Welcome back. I appreciate the lurk. But yeah, happy with the progress tonight so far. We got the collar done. We've done some tweaking on the facial features. Still want to do some tweaking on the feet, but I think I'll save that for when I start to get into the finer details and start subdividing. Right now this is just like a smooth preview, but I will want to go in and get some more sculptural detail going. And yeah, his toes are a little bit more nubby. They got a little bit of a roll, so I'll have to fix those. But first I want to make sure everything is roughed in before I start doing that kind of stuff. He looks cute, kind of gummy, right? Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Obligatory sculpt play or model play. We all have to do it at some point. Puppet our little figures. All right, so he's got a nice big tongue too. So let us add the tongue. I always like to start with a sphere. And we'll split up the sphere, or split it off from the gum because I drew it in using the gum. So split, unmasked. There we go. And we'll pancake it a little bit. Extend it a little bit. And we'll make it bigger. Hey Jay, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it so much. It's been really nice having you in here tonight, and it's nice that you want to stick around and come back for more. There's a lot of things I want to do with this channel. And I enjoy that people are coming in here and sharing the things that they are working on, because that is an ultimate goal of mine, is inspiring people to be creative themselves and work on things that are meaningful to them. And it's always cool to just hear what else people are working on. See, I need to get back into streaming. You do, man. I would watch the shit out of that. So please get back into streaming, and then let me know, let all of us know, so that way I can shout you out. Get you going. What's nice is I don't have to create all the teeth if I plan this right. Because that tongue's going to be right there, you know? And even though it doesn't make sense that it'd be that close and the teeth would chop it up, we're still going to do it. But yeah, Jay, please start streaming again when you get, when you feel comfortable enough. I don't want to rush you, but I'm excited to hear that you want to do that. Do you have anywhere that your previous streams have been visible, or still visible? Have you posted VODs anywhere, or do you have like clips on your Instagram? Because that would be cool to see some of your stuff in action if you have that available. Also, I'm gonna do this. I followed you back. Take that. Yes, Instagram, I've made small clips. Cool, I'll have to check that out. Still need to edit them. Nice. So yeah, I know you haven't started streaming yet, but give them a follow, folks. Encourage someone to get back into their passion of streaming. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you can continue to support other artists, everybody. It's good when we support each other. I like it a lot. Yeah, no problem, man. Happy to follow. We support each other here. Wedge knows. Wedge is a good guy. And I've tried to say this, I think, 2 or 3 times now. And we haven't, like, you know, solidified anything, but Wedge and I are in talks. A little bit of communication. Because I thought of something fun. Because he, as I've already mentioned, is a minis painter. And he's awesome. And he's a vibe. And I don't like to paint, but I enjoy painting in ZBrush. I've learned to have some fun. And I do want to color up this guy. So I thought it might be fun, maybe some point in the near future, when I'm ready to start painting Mr. Jeff the Shark, that we do like a kind of mini-ish collab stream. So we're going to try to get that in the works. We'll see if it works out. Wedge, you seemed positive about it, and I think it'll be fun to kind of go back and forth and talk about the differences in the process, the similarities in the process, and maybe I can learn something a bit. We also have to figure out just how to make that stream work. So that's something that I think will be fun, and I hope that the two of us can figure out. I have a tower of soda cans that I'm trying to not make drop. Let's see. I need to learn how to paint, especially with D&D figurines. Let's see. First thing you gotta know is that there's no wrong way to do it. You will simply learn techniques over time that help your style. That's true, man. The big thing for me is I've never been a color guy, and that's my problem. And that's a personal problem. You know, that's not anybody else's problem. Okay, how do I want to do this tooth? I think I want to use another sphere. There we go. So it looks like, at least for the top row of teeth, he's got one centered tooth in the front, and that looks kind of fun. And the only reason I say that is just because if you look at, let's see if I can do my sketching on here. Which one will I use? Nope. I guess we can do that. I'll do that. So you can see just like the curve here of this, his snoot, and that's like, that means that that tooth is right in the middle. That's really funny. So I'm going to place it right in the middle. Let's see, speed paints are your friend. Some are more forgiving than others, but that's part of the learning process. Yeah, it's funny when you put friend, but it left off the D. I was like, speed paints are your free run? I'm like, I guess I colored her kind of fast, but I don't know. But my mind caught up. Let's see, split unmasked. All right, pancake again. trying to find my last major 3D pen project I did on stream. Cool. See, speed paints are like very liquidy and go easily onto models. They provide natural depth of color by how they pool in the recesses of the models. Oh, that's cool to know. That's really cool. See, what's going to be nice about this guy is he does have like this fun cartoonish paint style to him, and like clearly like there's like these little drawn lines and stuff like that that I might add. And there's shadows that are in there that definitely aren't baked in but are like very sketchy. So I might, you know, wait to do the painting, at least some of the shading and shadowing, kind of like fun effects here, till after he's posed. But I'll do the main like breakdown, like his textured stuff and the things that are clearly part of him and not just part of the lighting beforehand. See, they really speed things up and doesn't gunk your brush up too bad. Oh, that's good, because man, I've lost so many brushes to gunky paints. And it's night time. Acrylic is such a brush. It is. It definitely is. And that's really all I've like painted in, is using acrylics, which is not necessarily a great thing. I would like to use some gouache, because it sounds fun. I've used watercolor. I think we've all used kind of watercolor at some point. What are you laughing at? Did you hear background noise, Jay? Did you hear stomping or talking? It's time for bed for the kiddo. He's also got a pack, because it's his spring break. So he gets to go to Grandma's. Oh yeah, you found it. I'll post it on. Yay, cool. I'm still losing brushes to my org paint technique, or my ogre paint technique. I'm learning the right way to stroke the brush. See, I dab the brush too hard. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got frilly brushes. See, now I'm about to paint. I feel that. I've lost a lot of brushes. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so this will be the fun part. I'm going to see, there's 3 teeth and then 1, and then I'll probably do, so there's some major visible ones and then some other ones that'll go back that won't be as visible, but I'm going to put them in there. And I'm going to split. So right now I have these 2 teeth together, but I'm going to split them off and basically have 1/2, since this one tooth is centered. I'm going to use this one to be like a master, and these are all about the same size, these next 3. And then I'll mirror those 3 teefies. actually do this one. He's got more of a smile going. So I'm actually going to start to bring this back a little bit. And that gives me a chance to widen the gums. Both bottom and top. And more room for a few more teeth on this top row. Okay, now I can mirror this real quick. Boop. All right, first row of teeth, yay! See, all right, I'm gonna head to bed, probably gonna do 3D pen stream on Tuesday. It will give me time to see what I'm going to make. Cool, well I hope I can make that stream. Definitely post that you're going live when you can. Tuesdays are tough for me, but I will definitely try to be there if I can. I'll sneak it in somewhere, at least to be there for a little bit. Do you have an idea of when you're going to stream, like time-wise, and what time zone are you in? Are you also Canadian with a lot of the Yehoodle folk? And Wedge? Eastern Standard. Okay, so you're 3 hours ahead of me. Thank you for hanging in so late. I appreciate you. It's midnight right now. It's midnight right now for you. It is 9:06 for me. So thank you, all you folks that are up late, that are hanging in. I appreciate it a lot. It's been nice to be supported by folks that are in a later time zone. I know some folks are night owls, but some folks aren't. You know? All right. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the offset. Oh, nope. Needed to have symmetry on for that. All right. Here we go. Bloop. So we kind of got the other upper teeth going. And we'll also separate those from that front row too. Let's see, split unmasked. There we go. Now we can start on the bottom teeth. Yay! All right, with that, I'm going to use this front tooth since it's all by itself. First, I'm going to curve it in just a little bit. Bring it forward. I think I need to make this boy a little bit thicker too. I might need to do that for all of them. See, work schedule has changed. Soon I need to see how my stream schedule will work, but I usually stream when I have time. All right. Well, you know, share when you can, and I look forward to hopefully catching you when that time comes for sure. And like I said, I definitely appreciate you coming to hang out tonight. And it's also nice to know when you say stuff like, I finally caught your stream, that you've, you know, been thinking about attending. So that also is a nice thing to hear and something that I appreciate. So you have a good night. Don't stay up any later, man. Get some sleep. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Look forward to seeing you again real soon. Okay, so let's split unmasked again. Now these teeth are a lot closer to like the edge. They might not be a lot closer in comparison. I might need to move these up more. But yeah, let's see. Good night, Jay. Sleep well, dude. Yep, exactly. We'll also post progress pictures on the Discord. Yeah. Good night, everyone. Keep up the grind, man. Thanks. You too. Look forward to seeing your stuff that you post. All right. So it looks like we're going to have about 3 again of these kind of like same-ish size. They look like they're a little bit closer together than the top row, but it might just be the art. How's everyone else doing? We've had, you know, Jay and Wedge have been having some good conversations or talking painting. Anybody else still hanging out? Having a good time? Thanks for hanging out, everybody that's still here, everyone that has been through. I appreciate you all. If you aren't following and you've been enjoying the stream, please follow so that way you get notified next time I'm live. I'm on every Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be doing at least one weeknight stream moving forward. I haven't figured out what day yet, but I want to have at least like one Saturday of the month where I can give the whole day to my family, you know? So I'm working on trying to figure that out. All right, these. All right, then the next row, or the next section, it's a little bit smaller and it curves in a little bit more. And it looks like it's another like 3-peat, so. But yeah, I hope you all are having a good night and appreciate you being here. I think I said it a lot tonight, but it's very true. I've been having a good time streaming. And a big part of that is just folks coming in and vibing with me. Let's see, doesn't it hurt his tongue? Exactly, that's what I was talking about earlier. How it's kind of cheated in the art here, you can see. Oh, and you know what? The way that it looks like that gum curves down more. So I am gonna do this. If you can hold on just a moment. Hello, hey! See. Afix, am I saying that right? Afix, thank you for following. I appreciate the follow. We've been getting a nice amount of followers the past couple streams, so it's really cool that you were part of the ranks. I don't know why I said the ranks, like we're some sort of regiment. We're not. We're just a bunch of creative folks having a good time. And yeah, thank you for being here, and I appreciate the follow very much. I think I might turn this down a little bit too. Get a little space between the top and bottom teeth. Yeah, I think that's kind of where that ends. Like there might be one more tooth up there, but in the art, it looks like that's kind of it. Oh, autosave. Gotta love the autosave. But yeah, no, I was mentioning before, I already kind of said this, Josh, but yeah, how it is funny how it's like cheated where in the art that I'm using kind of as my inspiration for the pose I'm gonna do, that tongue is clearly laid down on those sharp teeth right there. Like you can even see, let me zoom in. Like it might be lifted up a little bit. But like you can see this tooth right here is clearly just jabbed in. And then these teeth right here are coming down on the top of the tongue. But you know, this is in-game moment, like people are seeing this for a fraction of a second. Obviously they have like that splash art there if you want to scrutinize, but there's a lot of like collision stuff in game art. Actually, something I need to do also is this. Use the move brush. I want to puff up a little bit because he's a little bit more rounded in this area. He's getting there. Silly little sharky boy. All right, I think I want this kind of tube, this ridge, this gum area to not be as thick. Like we'll go in and we'll end up sculpting it to kind of play with the teeth that are there in the mouth. Kind of the basic shape we want to get now. we're going to do the same thing. We're going to mirror these, even though we're not going to see most of them. There we go. And let's work on that back row. Now these look, they're smaller. They're going in a few different directions, and they're a little bit more hook-like. So I think I'm just going to pick this tooth right here. Let's see. I got here when you got most of the art in place, but when you started to do, you use Dynamesh, get the shape in place, then Zero Mesh. Or do you start with, say, how Shane on Ziva's channel does? Like, has a bunch of pre-made spheres that already have clean topology, and you use Move Brush, then Zero Mesh. I'm curious of your workflow. So those teeth won't be fun to print. True, I'll probably thicken them up though. So great question. I appreciate the question. And am I saying it? Is it Afix? I want to pronounce your name correctly, especially now that you're chatting. Thanks for the first time chat. Like, great first time chat. I appreciate that. Perfect, Afix, awesome. Right, so I will show you with, I've done kind of all of those methods from time to time. For Freerin, which I don't know if I don't remember when you came in, but I did a bunch of different shapes to bring the body in, and then I Dynameshed, and then I Zero Meshed. So I've done that. But with Mr. Shark Boy here, I started with a sphere. And I just started adding edge loops and using the Z modeler brush and using the move brush to just get all of this geometry in place. So this is all pulled out of a single sphere. So this has not been remeshed. This has all been meshed, or this mesh has all been manually pushed and pulled, edge loops, extrudes out of a initial sphere. Oh, you were only here for the teeth placement. Okay, so yeah, you haven't been here for very long at all. If you get a chance, if you desire, the previous VOD from last stream is up still, and it will be for I think another week, and that shows the starting of this particular character. I started it last week on stream. So far this week I've just kind of like, this stream I've been messing with the facial features, getting a little bit more on model, and then creating the collar, the both the band around his neck and the actual Jeff tag, his tongue, and his teeth. So yeah, that's mainly what I've been doing today. I haven't done anything else with the body. So if you want to see how the body was created, you can check that out. It's also eventually going to be posted on YouTube, but I'm a little bit behind on my uploading my VODs for YouTube. So there's still a few more Freerin videos that are going to go up before I start getting to Jeff. Let's see, the color scheme, holy mo, yeah, okay, so the color scheme, so that's kind of a sign of, oh, by the way, your YouTube, oh, the YouTube link is an error? Okay, well, if, sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. I'll try to correct that. But if you search up KGart82 on YouTube, I should pop up. But my VOD for Jeff is here on Twitch. So if you go to my channel page and you see the video from the previous stream, that will have the beginning of Jeff. And then to your comment, Art. So here I'll go kind of show an example. When you extrude using the Z modeler brush in different ways, that's not what I wanted to do. It creates new group colors. And so each different type of action will do different groups. Eventually I'm just going to create groups, create a main like leg group for each, so that way I can mask them off really quick. And I'll do the same, I'll do like an interior mouth group. I might do groups for the fins, so that way I can grab those and be able to move them around. But yeah, there's a lot of weird group colors right now just because of the way I modeled it using the Z modeler brush and off of a sphere. So yeah, that is why it's all kinds of weird colors. There's not a rhyme or reason, so don't think that's the case. But yeah, ads will be starting in another minute and a half, so everybody who isn't subbed, please stick through those. I appreciate it. It helps me out. I am fortunate enough to be able to run ads, but I don't run a lot of ads because, you know, this isn't like a big money-making operation, but it's nice to make a little dough, you know? So I'm glad that I can make some money. And I appreciate the folks that have subbed. This is not like a call for any of you that aren't subbed to do so. I'm just saying thank you to those that have supported me in that way also. I really appreciate it. Let's see. All right, so let's pick one of these teeth. I think I was gonna do this one. Boop. And then these are thinner and more hook-like. So I'll grab that, kind of curve it a little bit more. I'll move that down. All right, if they haven't already started, ads should be starting soon. So yeah, hang tight. It says there'll be 3 minutes, but it's been shorter for some. So I hope you get a short burst of ads. And then you're back soon. And this will be like the last ad. I'll finish up these teeth, this back row for the lower part of the mouth, the lower jaw, and then I think we'll call it for tonight. All right, now it says the ads are going. So if you're already through the ads, just chime back in and let me know. We can continue chatting. If you're a sub and you're not busy, talk to me. But yeah, we're almost through. And it's been a good night. I'm always kind of nervous every time I stream. I don't know if people will pop in. I mean, I know some awesome diehards are always going to be here, and that I appreciate. Yeah, I do think there's been a lot of progress. It's one of those things where it's like it's been concentrated in one area, but it's definitely been good. All right, split, unmasked. There we go. So yeah, I'm very, very pleased with the progress, and thank you for acknowledging that, Mr. Josh. Dude, I wish we don't have a Switch 2, and I just purchased some Hot Toys, so I don't have the money for a Switch 2 and Pokopia, but I want it, and I know a lot of people that have it. Well, a decent amount of people that have it. It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, no, it does seem fun, and I'm not like I like Minecraft enough. I've played it with my kiddo, and I really got into Animal Crossing back when the pandemic was going, and it was the savior of the pandemic for so many of us. My wife still plays it to this day. She's always been a die-hard Animal Crossing fan, so I'm hoping that she really, really, really wants it, because I know we're going to eventually get it because the next Pokemon game is only on the Switch 2, but that's not for like another couple years, So we'll see. I haven't seen anybody stream it yet. I mean, I've watched a little bit and I've watched clips. Oh, and ad break's over. Welcome back. Those of you who suffered through the ads, I appreciate you. I was just talking to Josh about Pokopia, and how, can't get a Switch right now. Switch 2, would like to. We'll probably get it eventually because of Pokemon Winds and Waves. But yeah. Alright, I'll do one more little bit of this. I kind of want to puff up this area there. Yeah, he's getting there. There's definitely, details that aren't quite on model yet, and some of it is going to kind of come into place when I start doing more detailed sculptural bits, and also when I get him in his pose. That's going to change kind of the way some of his features land, and that's going to help things out a lot more. But here is Jeff in his, I would say, completely roughed in form. I might still, mess with the teeth and add some more depending on how much wider the smile gets. But yeah, here's Jeff. I love this little guy, so cute. So yeah, next stream, what we're going to be working on is really starting to get his details in, sharpening up some of the features, working on plane changes and stuff, really getting this cute look out of him. We'll also start getting into posing, and this is the pose that we're going to be working on. There we go. This is the pose we're going to be working on, and this, I think definitely his front legs are looking too long right now, and they're not quite on model, but as soon as I start posing him and lining him up with this piece of art, that's going to help fix that stuff up real quick. But yeah, I think he's come along real good. Been having a real good time with him. And yeah, I think that is where we're going to wrap it up tonight. So thank you all for sticking around. Any questions or thoughts before we wrap it up for the evening? If not, that's okay. I'm going to go to full me for a second. So yeah, again, thank you all for coming through. Thank you all for who followed, new followers tonight. We had a nice amount of followers. And also I got a new subscriber on YouTube. Aphex, thank you for someone on YouTube as well. Yeah, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Aphex. Thank you, Pepe. Always the folks that sub and the wonderful folks that come week after week. We have a good time. We're chill. We're making art. Hopefully you guys make art too. I love talking about that with you. And yeah, again, my name is Kevin. Go by KGart82 on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Follow me in all those spots if you want to follow my journey. And yeah, just keep creative. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.